Welcome to my channel, to everyone who's new here, and of course to those of you who are back again. Great to have you here. Bitcoin is currently trading at 84,200 US dollar. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for the price development of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. You will also find another video on my channel where I analyze various altcoins daily. That's definitely worth checking out too. And also worth checking out is the crypto exchange mexc. A few days back mexc was ranked 10 in the global list of crypto exchanges. Now it's ranked 10, rank 8, sorry. With a similar volume like Bitget, OKX and Bybit. In the video description you will also see a link, a referral link to mexc, where you also save another 20% on those low taker fees. As you can see, the taker fees are just 0.01% on mexc. On the other crypto exchanges it's much more higher. Also 100 pairs, zero fees, that's currently an event on mexc. You find coins like Solana, Sui, AVAX, the PiCoin, ADA, Chainlink, so many more coins and so many we are talking about daily. So make sure to not miss that huge discount. So what did Bitcoin do? Basically, we broke the rising wedge to the downside, we retested it on the smaller time frame, and then we sold off into the 83,050 US dollar. We came up again and retested that rising wedge, and I think we are slowly going for lower lows. So what I have tracked here was the $83,050. We have said this can be a double top pattern. I would classify it now as a rectangle. Yeah, it doesn't matter because the target is not going to change. Just if we break that to the upside, which would be the 85,680 US dollar, I will put your price mark here. Then we can reach for prices up to 89,000 US dollar for Bitcoin. But if we break it to the downside, then the target of that rectangle would be the 80,000 US dollar. How is going to be my plan for Bitcoin? I'm currently in a short position. I think it's in small losses at the moment. Not sure, I have to look after the video. In the end of the day, I think the $83,050 are going to break in my view. Yeah, I think the chances are high for that. Since we needed so much time to get up, and with the speech of Jerome Powell, we sold off. And that was very quick. That's why I think we are tending to get more bearish breakdowns. But what I would do is I'm going to start taking profits once we hit the 81,250 US dollar. Because if you can see it on your left, we got perfect support and resistance. Here again, support on that price mark. So there I would be careful, because I think that slowly we might get a bullish pattern, because the altcoins are having bullish patterns at the moment. And if we drop to $81,250, I think that we are going to get a bounce there, but we have to see how strong the bounce is going to be. Let's assume that this is going to be a falling wedge, and then we break that to the upside, and then we can wait a bit. Then we can wait for the next bear market until we get to 78,900 US dollar, for example. So I don't want to be in that short trade anymore. I would still consider taking 50% out of my trade at 81,250 US dollar, and then I would set the rest to break even with a stop loss. If it's going to work, if we're going to break to the downside, then it would be nice, because then I'm still in with a 50% of my position size, initial position size, and then I can target the round about 79,000 US dollar. But still, I think at the moment it's not clear if this here was our low or if we get another one. Yeah, it looks like it that this was our low and we can aim for higher prices soon, but I still expect the pullback to the downside. So what about Ethereum? Ethereum also broke to the downside. Yeah, we didn't get the perfect retest, but here was the follow through. Target I have set was the 1,530 US dollar to 1,515 US dollar, or even break that to the downside, which I think is even more realistic, down to 1,470 US dollar. I would change my targets if we break the white trend line right here to the upside, which is currently the 1,605 US dollar. If we break that to the upside sustainable, then I would say, okay, we are probably not going to meet the area below us again, and we can target the 1.7k. Yeah, but for that we have to break the 1,605 US dollar to the upside. Nothing much happened for Ethereum. We just got the break to the downside right here. This was our break of structure, and actually, yeah, it's looking like we are going sidewards. So as long as we don't break to the upside, I can not close my short trade, because then we would be still bearish. Yeah, and if we get into those areas where I put my circle in, then I can take profits. Yeah, the rising wedge is, no, it's not even a rising wedge, it's an ascending triangle. The target tells us, okay, 1,380 US dollar would be the target, and also then we would have activated our double top pattern if we break the 1,470 US dollar to the downside, and the target of that pattern would be typically the 1,260 US dollar. Do I think that this is going to happen? Maybe, but maybe not. Yeah, we can take the targets of those chart patterns. Yeah, those are common targets. We can use it as orientation, but we shouldn't use it 100%. Yeah, we have to see, do we have support? Do we have resistance? Do we have fair value gaps? Do we have a total bearish market? Or are we slowly getting to our low and trying to find a ground? And what do I mean with that? I mean, as you can see in the 1 hour chart, as you can see, the lows are getting lower, and here slowly we are getting a higher low. Then we get another low, then we get another low, but this low is not so low than in this case, for example. Yeah, so we slowly, I think, getting the ground, and can start, maybe even if we get a step lower, forming the same low here, then a higher low, and then this whole thing is our low. Yeah, so we have to track that in the next few days. It's going to be interesting. So I would continue keeping my short trades, and I will look for breakouts to close my short trades if we break to the upside. If we get into my target areas, then I'm going to take profits. That's my game plan for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the altcoins. So in a few minutes, I'm going to post the altcoin update. So if you want to see that, where we talk about XRP, Dogecoin, Solana, Cardano, Render, ONDO, Sui, and HBAR, then maybe it will take a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and I want to see you there. See you.